What's going on, everyone? So, one of my favorite signings this offseason is Cam Reddish. I mean, I've loved this guy since Duke. Right? This is a guy who's still very young, 24 years old, a guy that has so much upside, so much promise, so much potential. He was drafted in the first round, 2019, the 10th pick, a guy that many believed was going to be the next big two-way wing. 6'8", 7'1" wingspan. He's got good athleticism, good size, physical, can play both sides of the basketball. He's a guy that I just truly feel doesn't have or hasn't had the opportunity. And the problem is he is now on the Lakers, and I don't think he's going to get the opportunity. And it sucks because, look, this is a guy that looked very promising coming into the league for Atlanta, right? His rookie year, played 58 games, started 34 of them, played about 27 minutes. He gave them 10.5 points, just under 4 rebounds, 1.5 assists, 1.1 steals, and half a block, right? This is a guy that looked very good, very promising. Shot 43% from 2-point range, shot 33% from 3-point range. Again, this is rookie season. So it's like, okay, like there are all the promises, there are all the hopes. Then he plays another year at Atlanta, and Atlanta, they make the conference finals, and they believe that they are better than what they are, and they kind of push the chips to the table, and Cam Reddish kind of becomes the odd man out, and he all of a sudden gets traded to the New York Knicks. Problem is, the Knicks, Tibbs didn't want him. He said, I don't want Cam Reddish. Don't get Cam Reddish. And the problem was the Knicks had already made the trade, already made the deal. So what do? They go and they try to reroute him and trade him to the Lakers. And there was a deal lined up that was pretty much done. It was the Knicks, the Raptors, and the Lakers. That deal falls through because the Knicks got greedy and they wanted more. Right? And Lakers tried to trade for him again, and it fell through. And then ultimately he ends up going to Portland. But he never had the opportunity on the Knicks. Now, part of that was injuries. Part of that was, like little bit of attitude, little bit of lack of work ethic, right? That was something that has kind of plagued him since Duke, right? Is he a guy that's willing to put in the work, that's willing to put in the time, willing to put in the hours at the gym? And that was always a big question mark. But in his defense, it's really hard to show up for work when you know nobody wants you. Like picture you in your job. How would you feel if you showed up to work every day and you knew that the manager didn't like you and the owner didn't like you and neither of them ever wanted you here and they hate that you even applied here and you're working here? Like, how would you feel? Like, you're not going to give 110%. You're not going to do your best job, right? And he goes to Portland, and he actually got some nice shine. He actually got some nice opportunities, playing about 28 minutes per game. Granted, he only played 20 games. He started in 12 of those. And he gave him 11 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 1.5 steals, and half a block. Right? Started looking like he was getting back into that. And the Lakers are an organization and team that have wanted Cam Reddish for years. They have tried to trade for him 3 separate times. And Cam Reddish went and signed with the Lakers, and it was like, yes, finally, there it is. Right? There's the guy we've all been waiting for. There's the guy that could be a real cornerstone for the Lakers for now and the future. Whether it's off the bench, whether it's starting, he just gives us another versatile, sizable, athletic wing that can play both sides of the ball. This is perfect. Right? He can play basically 2 through 4. You can even put him in a small ball 5 if you need to, because he has a 7'1" wingspan. And he's 6'8", got good size, right? Versatility. Comes to Lakers, and from day one, all we have seen is him in the gym. He is in the gym like crazy, working on his shot, working in the weight room. I mean, the dude is just, all of the questions about the work ethic, all we're seeing is like, here it is, it's there. But you look at this Lakers roster and it's like, where does Cam Reddish find minutes? Right? Like, how do they get him significant minutes? Cam Reddish, I imagine, went to the Lakers for the same reason that Malik Monk, Lonnie Walker, Dennis Schroeder, like all these guys do, right? I need to raise my value. I need to go to a place where I play great and I can go get a bag, right? And unfortunately, that's probably not going to happen this year, right? I mean, from a Lakers standpoint and from, us fan standpoint, that might not be the worst thing because that means we'll probably be able to keep Cam Reddish beyond this season, right? Like that's right. Because the thing is like, let's say he did play a huge role and he's dominating. Lakers aren't going to be able to keep him, right? What's going to end up happening is the Lakers are going to end up losing him because he's just that good and somebody's going to offer him that bag, right? But if he's kind of just the guy at the end of the bench right now, developing, the Lakers are working with him, he's playing in spot minutes here and there, then we get him another year. You can maybe get him on a longer term deal for a smaller amount. Like, from a strategic standpoint, it kind of works. But I really want to see Cam Reddish have success. I really do. Like, I really want to see what can he do in the opportunity. And look, he may get the opportunity and just squander it. Right? Maybe he's not that guy. Right? Maybe he's never going to be better than, a 10 and 3 guy. Right? Like, but how do you know unless he actually gets the opportunity and actually gets to play? Right? Like, how does he look in I'm not even talking about starting role. Like, consistently, game in and game out, he's getting, 20 minutes a game. He's getting actual opportunity. He's getting to handle the ball a little bit. He's getting to make plays. He's playing both sides of the basketball. He's switching on guys. He's a really good defensive guy. Like, how does that look? Can he be that next big guy? Right? The next big two-way wing. And I really do believe he has all the tools to be a great NBA player. He just needs the opportunity and someone to actually believe in him. And I just don't think the Lakers are going to be that team. Now, maybe he can get some spots at the 2 guard, right? Like, so there's a big conversation of like Max Christie or Cam Reddish. That seems where it's going to be. That's how it's likely going to be. But that was also before Christian Wood. Unless the Lakers are running, 12 players deep this year, I don't know how much Cam Reddish is going to see the court. Right? Because at the wing position, Anthony Davis wants to play primarily the 4. So you're not going to be able to put Cam Reddish at the 4. The 3 guard, or the 3 spot, the small forward position, you have Rui, Vanderbilt, and LeBron who are going to be playing that. And then the 4 spot, you probably have Rui, Anthony Davis, and LeBron, and maybe even Christian Wood at times. And that's not even counting Taurean Prince. Cam Reddish, you could put him at the 2 guard, sure. Right? But like, Austin Reeves is probably playing 30 plus minutes at the 2 guard. And D'Lo probably gets some run at the 2 guard. So it's like, where is he going to find the spots? And he's pretty much played the small forward. Now, there's not really much difference between the 2 guard and the 3 guard, especially in today's NBA, right? Like, you defend the guy in front of you and you shoot the 3 ball, right? Like, it's what it is, right? Like, so I could see him maybe getting some minutes at the 2 guard, and maybe the Lakers look at it as like, look, we have Max Christie. He's a guy we're going to keep for the long haul. He's going to get his chance at some point. He's still only 20 years old, right? Like, let's see what Reddish can do. Let's see how Cam looks. Let's see what we can do with him and kind of see if he's a guy that can fit with us long term, right? Like, I could see maybe something like that. But Max Christie looked really good. They're almost the same height. Right? Like, Max Christie has like a 7-foot wingspan. And I mean, he looked really good. But Cam Reddish is a guy that has that experience, right? He's a guy that I could see getting more of an opportunity there. But if it's not the 2 guard, I just don't know where he plays. Right? Like, if we didn't sign Prince and he didn't get Christian Wood, and it was just basically Rui, Vando, LeBron, AD, and Reddish, then yeah, I think he would have gotten a ton of playing. I think he probably would have gotten 20 to 25 minutes a game. But then you get Taurean Prince, and it's like, okay, well, he's the veteran guy. That makes more sense with this Lakers roster, right? Especially with the Lakers. Like, the Lakers are a contender. They're trying to win a championship this year. So you're going to go with the guys that are the best and make the most sense. Where if it was kind of a retooling or rebuilding season, then it's like, put the young guy out there. Let him get some run. Let him get some burn. Let's see what the kid's got, right? But that's not where the Lakers are at this year. Could he get spots in games here and there? Sure. But I don't know how much he's actually going to play. And it just kind of a bummer. I'm hoping he earns a spot. He's really going to have to earn it, though, right? Because if it's even close, I don't know, right? Like, because he's not the defender. So he's a better offensive player than Vando, but he's nowhere near the defensive guy, right? So, like, Vando probably plays in spots and probably is just strictly your lockdown defensive guy, your assignment guy. Rui is like your scorer. Taurean Prince is that veteran two-way guy that can knock down the 3 ball at 39% and also defend basically 1 through 4. Right? Like, Cam Reddish can defend 1 through 4, but he's not like elite like Jared Vanderbilt, and he doesn't have the offensive efficiency that you need for him, where it's like, dude, but he's just so efficient and so good, right? He's, 39% from, but he's not. Like, he's not this elite level 3-point shooter or this elite level scorer where he's just like, he's a walking bucket and it's like, you got to play him, right? I mean, he's for his career a 32% 3-point shooter. He's had 2 seasons, one season. One season with Atlanta, he shot 38% from 3 on 4.5 attempts. And that was right before he was traded to the Knicks. Every year that he's been in the league, he has basically been a 32% 3-point shooter or worse. He had a year where he shot 26%, a year where he shot again 20. I'll be generous and round it up 26%. Shot 30%, 31% last year. He shot 32% for Portland. And even from 2-point range, like he's more efficient there. Because he's just got the size and athleticism and stuff like that. So he's from there, he's career 46, 47%, but the last 2 years he's been around 56%, right? But he can improve, he can get better. I think I look at him more though as a long-term piece for the Lakers rather than he's going to get the opportunity now. I think he's a guy that I think he gives you a little Rui insurance, gives you a little Vando insurance. Vando, if you can't work out an extension, right? You got Cam Reddish. If you end up needing to trade Rui or something like that, you got Cam Reddish. It's kind of how I look at it. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, so I pass the question on to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? Do you feel kind of the same way I do? Do you not? Love to hear it. Let me know.